So, actually, question to you, random question,
Mm.
not prepared, but I was always wondering about that. What do you think about like players not getting paid at all for playing?
Honestly, I think it's not fair, especially if you look at college football or something where they draw in hundreds of thousands of people every
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
sell merchandise, sell food at the stadiums, have TV deals, and then these people are getting nothing. Like, where does the money go? That's what I want to know. Obviously, they spend a lot of money on building, I don't know, facilities, but even those facilities, a lot of it are sponsored by boosters and sponsored by sponsors. So
yeah, yeah,
at the end of the day, let's say University of Michigan has 114,000 come to every single college
yeah.
football game.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of tickets sold. That's a lot of beer sold. That's a lot of, pretzels, hot dogs sold. Like, where does that
Yeah,
all go?
yeah. I think I read something about there's some sort of a progress with NCAA where they can be there's something like hope for them getting paid, or they can at least get paid for endorsement. I think before they couldn't even have
Endorsements, yeah.
endorsement deals. Yeah, so that's true. Like
Yeah,
they couldn't have any endorsement deals either.
you couldn't even sign a napkin and
Wow.
someone give you $2 for it. You couldn't even do that.
That's insane. And then all they
That's
say is like,
nothing.
well, we give
No.
you a scholarship. Hey, hey.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a scholarship is how much does it really cost to give someone an education? I understand like a lot of people pay like $50,000 a year, but at the end of the day, if there's 30 people in the class and everyone pays $50,000, how much like where does that money go? The teacher's not making all that money. The
Yeah,
books, I mean, the books clearly shouldn't be that expensive if you can pull up a book on your computer. Like
for
that's why
sure.
I'm just thinking it's I don't know, it seems like it could all be way cheaper and but it's just at the end of the day it's about making money. So that's why it is how
Yeah.
it is.
No, I mean, honestly, I agree with you. The whole college system in the United States, I don't know how it's like been done in Canada. I'm only here for like a year, but
Mm.
it's such a shady thing because at the end of the day, like I was listening to this interview with Elon Musk, and he's like, you don't need college to like study. You don't need college to know things. You can just get off everything, like all that thing from the internet. It's all about
Of course.
status. It's all
Yeah.
about, checking how many course can you do like within 4 years. And I honestly went through the system and I realized that too. There's nothing really that I can like get out of college. What do I remember? Like something like for
Mm.
sure some nutrition stuff. I remember I actually took classes like geography of surfing, took class like nutrition, like stuff like that. So those things I kind of remember, but like macroeconomics, microeconomics, I was like, well, what the hell? But
I
yeah, man.
know
So
it doesn't make any sense. The only thing people leave college with usually is with a drinking problem and a lot of debt.
oh man, that's so true. Although like there's some, to be fair, there is some like I do like how United States work because you have the Russian roots. I am from Kazakhstan. We have
Mm.
some sort of like realization, knowledge of how things work in that part of town in terms of how a sportsman is getting developed. And unfortunately, like I'm gonna speak for Kazakhstan. The system is not very like developed. Soviet Union was like a different story, but like Kazakhstan,
Of
for
course, yeah.
example, there's no such thing where like, oh, you play in high school, and then you play versus other high school, and then there's like a high school championship. And
Mm.
then after that, you're like, okay, then like colleges approach you and they try to like, recruit you to there for scholarships. And like, that's their like value proposition. And then colleges compete with each other, and then agents go and scout, and
Yeah.
all of that. So there's like the whole freaking hierarchy in the United States, or even in Canada probably, but there's not
Mm.
no such thing in our part of the world. But then you see, for example, but it's funny how it works. But then you see a lot of Russian names in the hockey, so that's always like I was like so surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean the way everything's set up here is perfect in terms of like you play U8, U10, U12, U15, blah blah blah. Like high
Hmm.
school going up. Like I mean I think that's the perfect way of doing it because there's enough teams, enough opportunity for everyone to play. But when you get to like those higher levels, sort of like a college or even juniors, that's when it becomes a little bit I don't want to say shady, but like
Hmm.
there's a lot of players I know that have been good enough that never got an opportunity, and I'm not quite sure why, but
So you'd say
uh,
like politics involved and stuff like that.
of course there's a lot of politics involved.
Hmm.
Especially in hockey, there's politics involved all the way down from when we were 12 or 11. But
Hmm.
in those
Hmm.
days, there's enough teams where everyone can have a spot and play at like the top league. Once you
Yeah.
get to you know 16, 17, there's only I think 60 teams left or like something like that at the highest level. Whereas there's some players that deserve a chance and they don't get them. So
For sure,
I
for
think
sure.
there could be a better system set up for even for like college sports, where almost like a system where a league slightly below where you can call people up, almost like that, where
Hmm.
players can still have the opportunity to get a foot in the door. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are really good and they never even have the opportunity just to step in, play a single game.